You can choose from thousands of ETFs for your clients now, and guess what? You're going to be able to choose from 1,000 more in a couple of years. We talked to some of the best minds in the ETF industry about what's next in ETF evolution.
I believe that as the market cycles evidence themselves, bulls follow bears, bears follow bulls, so too will the product innovation and more strategies that go to cash and do other various ways to protect investor capital during big market declines will start to take on more prominence in the ETF product evolution. I think active ETFs definitely have a place. I think a lot of the innovation will be there. Some of the active ETFs you could think of as smart beta, where there's just a rules-based approach towards certain risk factors, more evolution in multi-factor analysis so that you're not relying on one particular risk factor. But the idea that most of that still remains around the beta type of offering. And so if you have a long-term time horizon and you're more of an institution where you can eke out small edges through factors, it can work nicely. But for the retail client or the private client, they often place a higher priority on risk mitigation. I think there are many narrow portfolios within the ETF world that very good advisors use as completion strategies to an otherwise more diversified portfolio. Maybe some tactical implementations can be used vis-a-vis some of these narrow strategies. But I think going forward you'll see more core type of approaches, again with risk mitigation. The Vanguard 500 index, I believe, is illuminating in this way. The 15-year annualized return on the fund itself is, give or take, 4.5%. When you look at the investor return as calculated by Morningstar and Morningstar.com, you'll see the investor return is about 2% or less than half the return of the fund itself. I think that shows the fact that many individual investors can't necessarily handle the ride of a beta type of offering and need some element of risk mitigation to smooth out the ride and make it easier to stick around long enough so that they can benefit from the skills for which they bought the fund in the first place.